And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Exit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
Here's Locke. That's caught by the UCLA product. It's Caleb Wilson. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
One back. 12.
Now a first down throw. Locke. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Dante Pettis. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Dallas. 58 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A first down carry by Elliott. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 19-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
12. Topper! 12. 53 is the mic.
On 2nd and a yard. Luck. And that's complete. It's Sims. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Mike, 53, Mike. That's 11B.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll run with Geis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 99.
Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taking it about the 36. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Right there, 56.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a third-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
54. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Back to throw. Luck. Flushed out right. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So the late turnover, that turns into 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to capitalize and get the 3 that you just mentioned. On the other side of the field, kicking themselves. You think they'll be talking about ball security in the locker room?
Yeah, I don't think there's any question. That'll be the first talking point.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Come on, fellas.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check, 53 is mine. Keep it up, defense.
From the 38, Luck. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, it's Luck. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well. Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You've got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Third and long for Prescott. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Sims. Complete. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims, his second touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, count.
Prescott to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lamb. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Prescott now. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And it's a fumble, and the Redskins scoop it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Love. Eluding the pressure right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a run with Geis. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Right there.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And finding the tight end, Wilson. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
No gain on the play. Brings up
11 speed. Hey, echo.
They snap it to Locke, and it is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. They start on the ground with Elliott, and they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott, and that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Not so hot, 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Elliott, and he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Sean Davis with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Redskins 52, Cowboys 3.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And out across midfield down to the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go, defense.
Prescott now from the 50. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Jordan Reed has it. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said,